What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna teach you how to get your first dunk if you're under 6 feet. Being 5'7" myself, I really understand the pain and the effort it's gonna take. But honestly, stay tuned and I'll teach you guys the 3 simple methods or 5 simple methods that got me from not even touching the rim to dunking. Alright guys, so first off, the easiest and the fastest way you can fix your jump is working on your approach. Your approach is when you run into the jump, when you're going into it. A lot of people, they jog in it or they do the stutter step. You're not gonna wanna do that. You're gonna wanna sprint into it and make sure you carry off as much speed as you can into your jump. Like for me, I'm more of a 2-foot jumper. So when I run, it took a little time for me to really get there, but I try to sprint towards it and go up and carry the strength, carry the speed. With my 2-foot jump, it's a lot easier on a 1 foot, but I'm a better 2-foot jumper. So basically on 1 foot, to carry over the speed, you just run into it. You're gonna wanna swing your knee up when you go. You're gonna wanna make that a habit. It really carries over the speed like that. And this is really a big thing that can really increase your vertical 3 to 5 inches. If your form was garbage, then you can really just take your vertical a quick little boost without even having to work out or without even having to do any plyometrics or anything like that. You're gonna wanna find out if you're a 2-foot jumper or a 1-foot jumper as well. You might have to experiment with that. For me, I was easily a 2-foot jumper. I can dunk on 2 feet right now, but I can't dunk on 1 foot. I can barely touch rim on 1 foot. So just for me, I'm more of a power jumper. And if you're shorter, you're most likely gonna be 2. But experiment with 1 foot and experiment with both. So next, let's go to the next. All right, guys. So basically, the second tip is gonna be working on your squats and your deadlifts. For me, deadlifts is what took my vertical to the next level, I feel like. Because I didn't deadlift for the longest time, but I started about 8 months ago. And this is what really got my first dunk a few months back. That's what really added, I think it added like 3 to 6 inches of vertical for me. So you're gonna wanna do your deadlifts because it really develops your hamstrings. And you're gonna wanna do squats. And for me, my legs are always really developed and I kinda neglect the squats. But I started really going in on squats like this past year and a half. And I'll just do 8 to 12 reps. Really, if I'm focused on building muscle, 8 to 12 reps. If I'm trying to get my explosiveness right, then I'd go 6 to 8 reps. Now, for me, I could do a lot of weight. I start off with 245s, or I warm up with 45 on each side, and then I go to 245s, and I just go down, kind of ease my way down, and really just push my legs while I'm in the gym until, like, if I'm burnt out, that's the goal, really. But you don't want to be able to not put the weight back up. You don't want to snap yourself up, or at least have a spotter. So basically, get in the gym, do squats and deadlifts. Do not neglect those exercises. Those are the best, like, in-gym exercises you can do for raising your vertical. Especially for the shorter person, you're gonna need every inch of vertical you're gonna gain. But if you don't have access to the gym, I have another way that you can work your vertical is plyometrics. So basically with plyometrics, you're doing jumping exercises. You're doing sprints in there. You do tuck jumps, squat jumps. So they're just as they sound. Squat jumps, you go down, squat, go as high as you can. Tuck jump, you jump up, knees to chest. And you do those for sets and reps. I say 8 to 6 reps. 6 to 8 reps is good for those in 3 sets. For those kind of exercises, I post a lot of plyometrics on my channel already. So go check out any of my videos, my John Morant workout video, or any of my Vince Carter workout videos. Those are mainly plyometric based. So I suggest you try those and really test your limits. You're gonna get a real workout from there and you're gonna be really engaged, but you gotta jump as high as you can every time on a plyometric workout. So let's go to the next tip. All right, guys, for the next tip, you're gonna wanna practice dunking. So even though you're not be able to dunk, if you have a goal, then lower that goal to whatever is the highest you could dunk on, or like the highest you could dunk on. I did 9.5 for a long time. And then I just work my way up somewhere between 10 and 9. It just gets you a real good feel for it. But even sometimes I'll go down to 8 and I'll practice some trick dunks that I'm gonna try to do as my vertical keeps going up. So basically just practice, you'll get a good feel for dunking and you're really gonna get that coordination, that technique. And this is gonna help you it's really gonna help you just take care of yourself on your landing and just get used to it. And a lot of people, they have bad knees. So if you have bad knees, then you're gonna need some sort of cushion on your knees or something, because you're gonna hurt yourself if you're doing a lot of dunking. For me, I've never had knee pain at all, but if your knees are rough, then get you some knee braces when you do your workouts, always, because if you wear down your knees, it's gonna hurt you for the rest of your life. So I suggest don't, you know what I'm saying, just be safe on your knees and practice your dunking, just get a good feel for it. But wear a knee brace if you need, because I don't want any of y'all out here having knee injuries like Brandon Roy. I know a lot of y'all might not know who he is. He was a former NBA player. But basically, by the time he retired, all his knee cartilage was gone, and he couldn't even run. So just take care of your knees first and foremost. Don't hurt yourself. All right, guys, for my last tip is stretching. Stretching is something I neglected when I first started off. Now, for my key stretches, I do a lot of quad stretches. So I lay down, I have my knee, like my leg like right there, and I lean back on it. And this really stretches the quad, and then when you lean forward in that same position, you're getting a lot of hamstring stretching in there too. So definitely stretch out your quad, your calves. For me, earlier my ankles were really bad. I used to always sprain them. So basically you're gonna wanna strengthen your ankles, make sure you get them loose, and just always make sure you stretch good before you work out and after you work out. Because this is what's gonna make you looser. It's really gonna add an inch or two. The more you do it, the more flexible you get, just the more athletic you can be. So definitely do that. And since you guys stuck around so long, I add one more bonus tip, and this isn't something you can do instantly, but it's something that you can start working on now: losing fat. Now, losing fat is a big key. I bulked up for the first time probably last December, and a picture of me, like I look rough, I put it up, and I couldn't jump as high as all. Like, I could barely touch rim. Like I could just, my fingertip could graze it. And I was at 185 pounds. Now me right now, I'm 170. I'm really cutting down now. My goal is to get as aesthetic as possible. But you're gonna wanna, you don't even gotta be as toned as me. Just, you gotta cut down on your fat percentages. I'll say the ideal body fat is probably 12%, 15%, 10%. That's solid, that's solid. Like me right now, I'm probably 13%, 14%. I'm decent. But yeah, just cut down your body fat, clean up your diet, and eat more protein in your body. Like, you gotta, for me, I track my food, but you gotta eat at least a gram of protein for your body weight. And try to stay away from trans fats. My big problem when I was growing up was cookies. So just don't eat cookies like that. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope these tips helped you out. And leave a like and subscribe. And just comment anything below that you'd like to know. And I'll see you guys next time.